I'm here today with Dave and George with Texas Overland Festival. Good to see you guys. So, how did this all start? That is my question. What's the background of this? This is anticipated to be the biggest Overland Festival in Texas history of Overland festivals.
Yeah, that's what we're shooting for, man. And just to give you a little background about myself, like I started off in real estate, but I always had this thing where like I was going outdoors all the time ever since I was a kid. And I was always either going outdoors or playing with race cars. Like I was like doing one or the other. And race car events are crazy. You show up, there's vendor rows for miles, there's tons of stuff, there's food, there's everything. And I started doing more and more outdoor stuff. And it was just like, man, like, why isn't there events like race car stuff for outdoor stuff and 4x4 and
Mm-hmm.
overlanding, in Texas? Like, and then I came across Expo, and I'm like, man, that's really far from where we're at in Texas. I mean, in a way, if you live here, you'll understand that it kind of feels like we're in our own country because it's so big and it takes so long to get out of.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, man, like I was literally at a brewery one day having a beer, and they had like 4 extra acres in the back. It's called Fortress in Spring, and I said, hey, what do you guys do with the acres like in the back? They're like, dude, if you want to do something in the back, like you can just use the space as long as you bring people and they buy beer. Like we don't really care.
Yeah.
And I'm like, perfect. I have an idea. So I said, man, I'm gonna invite a bunch of vendors for free. No tickets, just free. We're gonna do raffles, so I'll let people RSVP for the raffle and see how it goes. And I think I did maybe like 45 days worth of like free marketing just on social media, Facebook groups and Instagram. And we went from like I had set the bar to like 200, and I was like, if I hit 200 people, like I'm good, like
That's a
success.
lot.
Yeah, for a Saturday, like a Saturday morning. And then we hit 200 tickets like the first 2 weeks, and then we were like 253, 354, 455. I kept having to raise the bar, and then we hit 500 like the night before the event, and then the day of the event, we had about 1,000 people show up. There was
Wow.
no parking. People were
So
parking
you
down
found
the
the
streets.
demand. Yes.
Yeah.
Even the cops showed up.
And what year was this? Was this
This was this year, so
this year?
2023
Okay.
in March,
Excellent.
and that was the Houston Off Road Expo that I hosted, and we had 27 vendors.
Wow.
Some kind of bigger guys were there. Escapade was there. AL Off Road was there. Adventure Fitters from Katy and Houston was there. And it was like, man, everybody loved it. Everybody had a great time, and everybody was like, man, you just need to do a bigger one. And I said, well, that's the plan. So that was the test, and that worked. So now we're moving forward, and we're like doing Texas Overland Fest as big as we can.
That's awesome. So it's October the 13th through 15th. What's the location? Tell us about the location.
So locations in Caldwell, Texas, right in between Houston, San Antonio, and Austin. It's about an hour and a half outside of Houston, probably about the same from San Antonio. And it's a 62-acre property that we actually, my business partner owns. So it's private property. But so we have on site camping, we have food trucks, we have live music, we have an
Excellent.
off road course that we're building literally right now. We're almost done. And then we're going to have a bunch of vendors from all over the country. So a lot of big guys are coming out. Guys that you would not normally see in Houston are coming down to be part of it because they know how many Texans actually go overlanding and how underserved they are.
Absolutely.
Like right
Yeah. That's why we're going to be attending too. We're very
Yeah,
excited about it.
absolutely.
So I pull in the gate. What next?
So
Let's say I show up on Thursday. I'm going to either day stay or I'm going to camp. How does that work?
right. So you'll pull in the gate. You'll have your own entrance if you're camping. If you're doing a 3-day camp, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then you also have VIP camping, which is in the back, which you'll have a larger spot. You'll be able to bring travel trailer. If you want to bring your woolly bear or you want to bring whatever type of trailer you have with you, you can. That's included in your rig pass.
Oh,
A
excellent.
lot of people might charge extra. I didn't. A big focus on that too was trying to make it affordable. Some people may say it's expensive, but the tickets start at $35.
Excellent.
Right.
Well,
So-
that's cheaper than camping at any RV park right
Right,
now. So
right.
awesome.
And so once you pull in, you can hang out. You can go grab some food. There's going to be live music. There's going to be like a food truck park. We have 4 or 5 food trucks already like lined up for the weekend.
Porta potties?
Yes.
Okay.
There's going to be
clean porta potties.
There's going to be super clean porta potties.
Yes.
There's going to be showers, like a shower trailer.
Okay.
And then one air conditioned restroom trailer too. So,
awesome.
Yeah,
and what are the hours? What are the entry day times?
So the hours are Friday from 12 to 5.
10 to 5.
10 to 5. I'm sorry. 10 to 5 Friday. And 9 to 5 Saturday, and Sunday is 9 to 2.
Yes, 9 to 2.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That way we can get our vendors out the door on Sunday a little bit earlier because they do have families that they have to go back to. So,
awesome. Yeah. So how'd you two meet? What is your connection in this venture?
So the show he was just talking about behind the brewery, I was actually exhibiting Escapade. It's a teardrop trailer.
Excellent.
Off-road. And that's actually how we met. And then he put me right up front where I guess
got a good spot.
Good spot. And that's how it actually rolled into this. It's he was like, wait, how many shows do you go to? I was like, well, I've been all the Overland Expos and a few other ones. He's like, well, what about bringing a show like this to Texas? And that's how this all kind of rolled.
And there's such a demand. We have very little public lands, and there's some private parks. But really, for a place to take your family camping, there's nothing more fun than an Overland event. Right. Seeing the products, camping at night. You're gonna have great weather, right? Is that scheduled in?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's what we're shooting for.
Yes.
We picked up.
It'll be 104 out. But there's such a demand for that in Texas, and I think a lot of people will use their rigs and kind of schedule out places to camp through festivals. The Flagstaff one is one I go to every year. It takes me 2 days to get there. Right. This will take 2 hours, and so very, very excited about that. So tell us about some of the vendors you have coming.
Man, we've got a list. If you want to pull up the list.
Sure, absolutely. This is the website, TexasOverlandFest.com.
Was it? Pull it up, Jamie. Jamie, pull that up on the screen.
There you go. Well, tell us about your media sponsors.
Very
excited about that. You have some big names on that.
The biggest name we could get for media sponsor we got.
Yes, we did.
And I'll actually explain to you how that happened. So I actually reached out to Expedition Portal. I shot Brian McVickers an email. Super nice guy, like the nicest guy you could ever meet. And I said, hey, we're doing this event in Texas. We want to do it big. We want to do it to the highest level we can. What do you think? What are your opinions? I'd love to get your feedback. I got in an hour, I got a response from him. We set up a call. He said, man, George, like every article that we produce that has anything to do with Texas overlanding is usually like one of our highest rated articles that we publish throughout the year. He goes, and the South is super underserved for events and things like this. I think it's a great idea. We're totally on board.
Excellent.
And I'm like, wow, all right, cool. Like getting his blessing was huge. You know what I mean? Because they're so big. Like him and Scott Brady lead the industry in like so many ways and do so many awesome things. And so having Expedition Portal, Brian will be down for the event, hanging out.
Very cool.
And then some of our title sponsors like Big Country, Hiker, and Taxa. You guys sell Taxa.
Love Taxa, especially being a Texas manufacturer of overland trailers. What a perfect place for them to show off their products.
Right. And they're great friends of ours. They always come through. They always support us. They supported us at the first event.
Yep.
They brought out a cricket and a woolly bear. And people loved it. And I think they gave away like a Dometic fridge. Like they always have cool stuff they're giving away.
How do these people find out about you? Like, I mean, you got some big names on here, so you're obviously on their radar,
right?
And the demand's here for it too. So, did they reach out to you? You reach out to them?
We did a pretty heavy run of social media stuff. We recorded some really high-end video at the property, like all those videos you guys see of the Bronco and the 4Runner. The 4Runner's outside right now, right? It wasn't a made-up video. So we actually took it out to the property and we spent a day in 105-degree weather on a pasture, like shooting videos, running back and forth, and try to just produce some really good, high-quality content to get people's attention and get them like, hey, look, this is really going on, and this is really happening in Texas, and just kind of drive it towards that. And as like we just started ramping up, like, man, guys just started giving us a call, Just recently, I haven't added it to the site yet, but we got Icon Vehicle Dynamics.
Oh, excellent.
So
That's a big name.
We also got NDC USA.
Excellent.
So who's ever going to go to this site, even within the next couple of weeks, you're going to see
Yeah,
more and
keep
more.
checking in,
keep
seeing the
checking in,
updates.
updating. Yeah.
Awesome.
And another thing too that I want to mention is like, there's a lot of other shows that charge a ton of money for vendor spots, and they're not flexible and they're not workable, and they really just care about the bottom line. Where we just want to get as many awesome products in front of people as we can.
Yes.
Because for Texas, it's like, man, this is the first thing we're actually going to come get to see all the big dogs, but also all the local guys, all the smaller shops, all the startups. Like, we want to be able to get everybody in there. So, I mean, like, even from here, like, you'll see Epting Customs. This guy makes, like, forged knives. They're, like, some of the baddest you'll ever see.
Oh, yeah.
And he was on, like, Forged in Fire on A&E.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, Canna Provisions makes, like, water filtration systems that you can roll up to, like, any lake and just throw it in and instant clean water.
Oh, love it.
So, from even if you're a really small guy all the way up to the big guys, like, we want to bring everybody in. There's space for everybody. We want everybody to kind of grow with the event. So,
well, one big attraction to me was your off-road course. Can you tell us about that?
Right. So, not anything too crazy, but we are doing some like off-camera stuff, some hill climb, decline, stuff to just go out and test your rigs. And I know a lot of guys want to bring their trailers and run the trailer through there because they want to show off the suspension on the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Like, everybody can have awesome suspension on their truck, but how about like on your adventure
let's
trailer?
try not to flip over the overland trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah. Also, AEV is coming out. AEV's
Love their products.
huge.
Oh, yeah.
Cameron, their regional manager, is just so awesome. He's so for it. He's out of Dallas Fort Worth, so he's super excited that we're putting on this event. Who else, Dave, do we got coming?
Well, speaking of Canna, I will say this. There are a couple vendors that will not actually be there in person. Shout out to Zach, who owns Canna Provisions. His wife will be having a baby 2 weeks before the event.
Okay.
So, but he is going to send one of his water filtration systems to give away. So
Excellent.
that's going to be one of the many giveaways we have. And that's a $1,000 product. And it's he says that you can do it right out of swamp water into drinkable water. So we'll be doing that. Who else might not be set up in person?
There's a few guys that are just sponsoring and sent us great things to raffle off.
Exactly.
And we're gonna have a raffle for door prizes, and then we're gonna have some paid raffles. The paid raffles is where you're gonna get like the Taxa Woolly Bear. We're
raffling off a trailer. Yes.
Off a Taxa Woolly Bear.
It's incredible.
Which is huge. Yeah, a lot of people are super excited about that. And then on top of that, we've got probably close to like $70,000 or $80,000 worth of stuff that we're raffling. Like,
awesome.
and just overland gear, awnings, roof racks,
Yes,
all kinds of stuff, recovery gear.
Excellent. And so what is the entry price? So you said earlier, $35 a night,
So
$35 for the day.
$35 is a general admission pass.
Okay.
You can come in, hang out all day. At
Can
the
you
show.
sign up there, or do you need to do it online?
You can buy tickets here. It'll take you to Eventbrite,
Okay.
and then this just kind of gives you a small breakdown of the different tickets. And then once you click on there, it'll just take you straight to Eventbrite to buy the tickets.
Excellent.
we're not going to turn anybody away if they show up without a ticket. They're allowed to get a ticket there.
Yeah, you can also buy tickets at the gate.
So
Yeah, a lot of us are going to be getting off of work to head that
Yeah.
way. And
There'll also be tickets at the
things
gate.
can change.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's awesome. Very, very exciting. Well, I know we're excited to be a sponsor of this, and we know this is going to be the biggest overland event in Texas, and to grow from there. And so, where do you think your next location would be?
Man, we'll probably still do it in Caldwell. We
Mhm.
have room to grow, so this event is on a 62-acre property, but we also have some larger ones that we could possibly use in the future if this one gets to where we outgrow this location.
Excellent.
But I'd like to keep it somewhere in that College Station, Caldwell area, just
Central
in between-
area
in
for
between
everybody.
Yeah.
Excellent.
and we're extremely fortunate for having the connection that George has with having this land. I mean, to have 62 acres to just do a show like that is really something else.
Oh,
'Cause
absolutely.
if you go to some of the other ones like the Expos, the Overland, and they're on private lands and you have to be out of there by 5 o'clock, and there's just a lot of regulations and everything. This is way more laid back. This is for the people, for the vendors. That's what we want.
Yeah, like if you're a vendor and you come out and you have a camp trailer and you're like, hey, can I just sleep in my camp trailer instead of getting a hotel room? Absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, we're gonna have a like Friday night. We're gonna do a vendor only happy hour, where just vendors only, and then the VIP campers will be able to just hang out and mingle with vendors, kind of do some networking amongst vendors.
Yeah, tell us more about the VIP.
Yeah, so VIP, you're gonna get a hat, a shirt, a patch, a sticker, right? Like all your normal
swag
cool
bag.
Yeah,
all right,
swag
I like it. I like it.
And then you're gonna have a larger camp spot in a more remote area, like on the property,
Okay.
kind of like behind some trees and a creek, which is super scenic and really cool.
Nice.
And then you're gonna have a VIP spot for Friday night if you want to join the happy hour. You get a free drink ticket with that as well.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, guys, we're excited, and this is going to be big, and so definitely document it, take pictures, and we're definitely ready for the next ones coming up.
Excited to have you, Brad.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.